What's up guys, ShinyHunterDestroyer here and welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Journeys anime discussion video. Today I'll be talking about episode 67, which is titled Suspect Pikachu. And yes, you read that right. Pikachu, finally after all of his crimes, was arrested. Like, let's be real here, after all the time after the Porygon episode, he had to be caught eventually. Is that joke overused already? Okay, I'll just get on with the video. This episode starts off with Officer Jenny at the doorstep of the Cerise lab on the case of an electric thief who is stealing electricity in the city. She would be working with Detective Decker, who was lead on the case. Decker asked for all the electric Pokemon in the park to be lined up. With the help of a drawing made from witness descriptions, he deducted that Pikachu was the culprit and arrests Pikachu, even though everybody else thought Pikachu wasn't guilty. But apparently Pikachu was the only Pikachu that didn't have an alibi, so Pikachu's guilty. Pikachu is taken in for an interrogation, but Decker doesn't have any luck until suddenly the lights start to flicker. Pikachu senses something and runs out of the interrogation room. They end up at a house where the residents are saying that the electric thief was just there. Though the electric thief did get away, this also means that Pikachu now has an alibi since Pikachu wasn't there at the scene when it happened. But this also gave them more info on how Pikachu can sense where the electricity is being stolen, so it was agreed to let Pikachu help with the investigation, of course letting Ash and Go join along as cops for the day, even getting into uniform. After helping with police tasks for the whole day, another electric thief event popped up and they headed that way immediately, but they were too late once again, just like the first time. They had to figure out something to be there at the scene first because they failed the first two times, but how could they figure out which place the thief would go? Well, Go figured out that this thief would go to the houses that used lots of electricity, like, you know, TVs, computers, it's for refrigerators, I guess, etc, etc. So it was time to take advantage of that. They end up doing this at the Cerise household. Pikachu lets out a thunderbolt and basically this house is full of electricity. And with that, we see Team Rocket take notice of it, and of course, they are starved because of Morpeko. They're looking to steal electricity so Morpeko would just leave their food alone. They take the electricity Pikachu was bringing off, and of course, before long, they were caught red-handed. The Pokemon that was always seen as the electric thief wasn't the one stealing the electricity, but instead it was Team Rocket. Oh man, Team Rocket and their shenanigans. The chase for Team Rocket begins, but is then cut short with the road being cut off, and with that, Team Rocket seems to escape for a little bit. They offer the electricity to Morpeko, but Morpeko just says no, because I guess Morpeko don't want it, and that's when they realize that the electricity wouldn't really help with Morpeko's hunger, thanks to their Pokedex. And then of course Team Rocket is found once again by the cops, Officer Jenny, Ash and Go, this time with Pikachu landing a clean Thunderbolt, which was powered up by the stored electricity by the way, and blasted Team Rocket off. The case of the electricity thief has been solved. With the case solved, Pikachu was awarded a certificate for his contributions and food too. Now, with everything back to normal, the episode comes to an end. So, as you can see, Pikachu did get arrested, kind of. I mean, it was close enough, so you can't tell me that I'm clickbaiting here, okay? Agreed? Okay, on with the discussion. Wait, Des, what in the world are you going to talk about in this filler episode? I mean, what did we get? Just a little bit of a fun episode. That's what we got. Yes, it had its kind of stale moments in it, but overall, I still think this episode was pretty alright. Nothing notable really happened, of course, but as an overall episode, I think they did a really good job in making it humorous in ways and interesting in others. For one, when I saw the drawing of the thief and immediately thinking to Morpeko, because it was obvious. If it wasn't obvious to you, I am sorry. It honestly made me start thinking about things, and I'm going to touch on probably the biggest thing this episode. Team Rocket, because I guess Team Rocket... Because Morpeko popping up again gives me a chance to say things about Morpeko, so... Anyway, onwards. First off, can we talk about Ash and Go being cops? I mean, it wasn't that big of a thing this episode, but honestly, I just think that it was cool to see them in a police uniform. And once again, their personalities are just perfect for this sort of thing throughout this whole episode. Almost everything they did or were a part of was just followed by an aww by me. Even in a filler episode that doesn't touch on much, Ash and Go still deliver, which makes me really happy. Actually though, guys, seeing the Vulpix scene, okay, just seeing a whole bunch of Vulpixes there, and especially one with a heart-shaped tail, that was a treat. You know, fine journeys, you win there. You know, you got me with cuteness. You know, also super cute how Pikachu went immediately to the food instead of his shiny new certificate of appreciation he got. How can you not love Pikachu? But I think this episode has some parts that were pretty bland. as I think the introduction to the problem, you know, the electricity thief was pretty slow in some parts, and the middle took too much time, but even so, I still think there is one thing that this anime, and especially this episode, keeps making me think about. For so long, I've been wondering about good old Team Rocket and Morpeko. The more and more I see them, the more it scares me. I'm gonna be honest here. I think that they have so much, and there are many things that can happen with Morpeko, especially because it's not Beware. I don't really want to go chasing things that won't happen anymore, mostly because I'm fairly certain that the chances are slim, but what scares me is that the only Pokemon besides Choodle that has a chance of getting anything at all on Team Rocket's side, except, you know, I guess if you count Grookey, you know, because I guess Grookey did come from, but anyway, Morpeko is one of the only chances Team Rocket has to, you know, develop with a Pokemon. And fair that Team Rocket has probably done that a lot, and we've seen a lot of that, but I don't know, I just really want to see more focus episodes on Team Rocket and Morpeko, and I think that they would just go well for a focus episode, and not like a I'm hungry episode. And no, I don't want to compare this to anything because I feel like it's a lot different, and especially with the gacha machine, you really can't compare it with anything. And I just feel like I miss this part of Team Rocket that I'm just still not, I don't know. I don't know, I'll make a focus video on Team Rocket soon, you know what, fine. But anyway, sorry about that. I didn't think I'd go there again, but anyway. Overall, this episode was another classic filler that didn't deliver super high above expectations, but didn't knock anything out of the water at all. Just a classic cop episode solving the case of the electric thief, which honestly, it was kind of an interesting episode concept that I'm okay with. If anything, it allows us to make memes on how Pikachu was arrested. We had adorable moments with Pokemon, Ash and Go, Pikachu, there was Vulpix as well. Obviously, animation or anything else with the episode wasn't too substantial, no big developments, but instead, just a filler episode that, if you want to, you can enjoy. And that's going to be it for this discussion video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please consider hitting the like button because that is super highly appreciated. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. Hey, look at the comment section. There's a surprise down there. Like, I'm serious. Please. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.